Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another Screw Toy action figure review. And today we're going to be reviewing something a little bit more different than what I review here on my channel. Here in front of us we have the Savage Crucible's Como of the Isles action figure by Harvinger Studios. And I just want to say straight off the bat that this figure was sent out to me by Harvinger Studios to review on my channel for free. They reached out to me, asked me if I can review a figure for them. I said, I don't mind checking out new figures. Sure, send them my way. So with that being said, I do want to say that this is going to be still a very unbiased and truthful review. I don't get swayed by companies sending things to me for free. I don't mind checking them out, but again, I will be truthful. If I don't like something, I will say it. If I do like something, I will say it to the most truthful way that I can. So again, I did want to mention that so I don't have nobody saying like, oh, well, you got this figure for free, so of course you're going to like it. Nah, man, that's not how I roll. Again, I do want to thank the Savage Crucible team and Harvinger Studios for sending this out to me. It means a lot, man, when people trust me to kind of review their things. Yeah, just real dope of them to do that. With that being said, this figure is available on Big Bad Toy Store for pre-order. I think the price point is $49.99 if I'm not mistaken. And it is available for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store. Most of the line has sold out except for this figure. It did originally start as a Kickstarter, and that ended. Everything was funded. I think they had 3 waves on that Kickstarter, and everything funded. So that's really dope. I think the first wave is nothing but like lizard, dinosaur type people. The second ones were like Vikings, and then I think the third wave is gonna be like underwater sea creatures. So they all look pretty dope, and I'm excited to kind of get into this line. I've always saw these on the Fooshes or Robo Don't Know's weekly updates on action figures and pre-orders, and I always thought they looked pretty dope. But you know, with everything being so expensive nowadays and me having a budget, I just can't jump into everything. So I really do appreciate Harvinger Studios sending this out to me. It means a lot. So with that being said, enough of me rambling on. Let's get a quick look at this packaging, and then we'll get a quick look at the figure itself. The packaging reminds me a lot of NECA style of packaging. So you get this very nice front with a black shiny background, and then you get this really nice intricate design here in the middle with a lizard guy right there in the center. You get Savage Crucible, the name of the company, or I'm sorry, the name of the line. The company is Harvinger Studios, and the line is called Savage Crucible. On the side, you get a very nice Savage Crucible logo. On the back, you get a read up, so if you want to pause that and read that now, you can do so. You get again the Savage Crucible logo and Harvinger Studios. You get the name of the character right there, which is Como of the Isles. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And yeah, hopefully I'm not mispronouncing that. On top, you get the name of the character again, Savage Crucible. Warnings, do not put any of the accessories in your mouth. A barcode and some other stuff on the bottom. Some warnings and some of the stuff that some of the people that worked on this figure. So pretty dope. Nice packaging. One thing that I said reminds me of NECA packaging is it has a little flap that opens up with the Velcro, and you get a nice read up on the Savage Crucible line and the characters. You get a big window that shows the product there in the center with all the accessories, and then you get a map in the back that looks pretty dope. So enough about this packaging. Let's crack this bad boy open and see what this is all about. Now getting a quick look at all the accessories that this figure does come with straight out the packaging. He does come with a set of gripping hands. The last set of hands that he comes with are these clawing, scratching type of hands. For weapons, he comes with this massive ass sword, and it looks really dope, man. I really love the color gradients right here. It goes from a very nice bright orange with some yellow highlights right here on the innards of the sword, and then it goes into a really dark orange where the lettering is, and then it transitions to a very nice metallic silver. And the handle itself has a lot of details. Just the sword itself has a whole bunch of details, from the cracking to the chips to the very nice handle. And I can't remember the name of this part of the sword, but it's like a bird on there. I don't know. It just looks really dope, man. Just a lot of details for the weapon itself. So that's already speaking volumes of what this figure is going to be. And the last weapon that he does come with is this axe, and I really do like it because it matches the rest of his armor on his body. It's like this volcanic rock with some lava kind of seeping through it. Yeah, man, it just looks dope. Again, you got some spikes down here, the volcanic rock right there with the lava, and then it transitions to this like branch, you know, log looking thing, and then the rest of the axe. Do be careful when handling this axe. It is actually pretty sharp, so Yeah, I kind of stabbed myself when I was messing around with it. But yeah, man, I love that these weapons look really dope, really nicely textured, and really nicely sculpted. Just a lot of details on the weapons itself. The last accessory that he does come with is this little thing that plugs into his belt. Well, at least I think it plugs into his belt. That's the only place that I saw that this little thing, I don't even know what to call it, this little thing plugs into. You get some little ports right there on the belt, and that's the only place that I saw that this thing plugged into. It's in this very nice metallic gold with a very nice baby blue wash on it. I'm not sure what it is, man. It has a plug at the bottom. I was thinking maybe some of the weapons connect to it, but none of his weapons connect to it. So I'm thinking that some of the accessories that come with other figures connect to that. I did forget to mention at the beginning of the video that this line is a interchangeable line. So any of the weapons and armor that come with the other figures can actually be put onto this figure. So you can mismatch hands, heads, armor pieces, weapons. That's one thing that I did like about this line a lot. It's the possibilities and the endless, swapping within figures. So really cool detail about this line that I did forget to mention. But yeah, not too sure what that is though. And here we have Como of the Isles. And just straight up, guys, I really do enjoy this figure quite a bit. He's very nicely done. He really reminds me a lot of a NECA figure with some import qualities here and there. But overall, man, just the sculpted details, the paint, just everything about this figure is really, really high quality. The plastic feels nice and sturdy, doesn't feel cheap or hollow. The sculpted details is just very, very nicely done. I mean, everywhere you look at this figure, there's some sculpted details, man. Like just every inch of this figure. The articulation is pretty dope. The setup that it has, and just the paint applications look really dope. I mean, look at that blue paint. But just getting a close up look at the head sculpt, I like it quite a bit, man. It kind of looks like a reptilian human and a fish. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it has a little cone-shaped head. Just bringing in the lights a little bit closer. Yeah, man, it just looks really dope. It's got little ears right there. I love the different shades that it has. It has blue, yellow, and then the tan towards the mouth. The eyes look really dope, man. That's what really stands out to me from this head sculpt. It's just those yellow and brown eyes piercing through all that green and blue and tan. Back of his head has these nice scales sculpted on there. Really love the tan down his torso and the dark green gray color on the sides. The arms, get these blue highlights right there. Down to his forearms and shoulders, you get these nice armor pieces right there. Again, very similar to what we saw with the axe. Has kind of that volcanic rock with lava and some bones. Looks like some teeth right there. The forearm guards look pretty dope. Down to his little loincloth. Covers his crotch area. Nice pliable plastic, so you don't have to worry about that kind of interfering with some of the articulation. The side shoulder, or side thigh pads are nice and pliable too. And then his shin guards look pretty dope. Very similar to what we see on the forearm guards. His feet look dope. Even the nails are painted right there. Nice black color. On the back, you get some more details on the shoulder pads. And then that blue goes all the way down the back. So they didn't skimp out on any paint right there. He's got a little tail right there. I thought that was pretty funny. I would expect a big long tail, but he has a little tiny tail right there, which is pretty dope. And then the back of the legs get that nice tan color right there as well. One thing that I'm not a big fan of is that they painted the joints in the same tan color. They could have easily gone and done tan color joints. I don't know how it would affect the front. No, I would have affected the front, so I see why they did that. It's just, wish they could have used better paint, because then it did chip off, so it's a little jarring right there. Don't really care for that. But yeah, this figure looks dope, man. Everywhere you look on this figure, there's something to look at. It's pretty dope. Wish I had some other ones to kind of compare them with each other, but yeah, I'm happy to have this guy. Honestly, I am. Again, I did say I was going to try to be unbiased and as truthful as I can. And I don't want to sound like I'm gushing over this figure, but he's really nicely done, really nicely executed. To get a quick look at his articulation, his head is on a dumbbell joint, so he can look up. He can look up a good amount. So he looks up about there. He can look down all the way. He has nice head pivoting. His shoulder pads are on ball joints to connect to the back right there. So they shift all around. Right there. He has butterfly joints that move forward, but they only move forward, they don't move back. So you won't be able to really move that much back, a lot more forward. So he can cross his body, fairly nice. Same issue with the back of the knee joints. Joints in the shoulders were painted as well, but that paint kind of chipped off. He has double jointed elbows, and this is where I say it's really reminiscent of NECA. NECA does the same style of double joints, where it's just a peg that plugs in upwards and into the body. So you get about 90. I wish it could move just a tad bit more, but this would do. His gripping hands has a vertical hinge, so he can hold the weapons vertically. And then the clawing hands have the typical up and down hinge, so that is nice. He has a upper diaphragm cut right there, so he can pivot this much to this side, which is, look at that. That's pretty dope, man. It's a great range of movement right there. And he can move to this side that much. Forward a lot, and back quite a bit. And this is probably my biggest issue with the figure, is that big gap in the center, and it's really hard to hide it. So you kind of have to have him just neutral, because any movement kind of starts showing that gap right there, which I'm not a big fan of, but it is what it is. So he can go back, forward a lot, and then he has a lower ball joint. So with those two, he can go all the way forward and all the way back. But then again, gets gappy, and then he can move all the way to the side. So amazing range of movement out of that torso articulation. His legs are on ball joints. They're almost on those old style ball joints, which I don't know how well you can see it, but which they're okay. They shift up and or side to side. He has double jointed knees, similar to what NECA does with their double joints. So that is nice right there. And then you get rotation at the knee as well. So that's pretty nice. And then you get a ball hinge right there at the ankle. So you get side to side from the ball hinge. And then you get that much forward, that much back. And then he has toe articulation and pecos at the bottom of the feet. The tail also has articulation. It's just on a little ball joint, so it goes up and down, hinges up and down, and rotates as well. And then the shoulder pads are also on a ball joint, and they hinge up and down and kind of rotate. And they are removable. Again, I don't know if I mentioned it in the beginning of the video, but the cool thing about this line is that it's an interchangeable line, so you can switch out parts and pieces and armor bits. So they are removable. They just peg in with a little plug right there. So yeah, pretty dope. Now to get a quick look at some size comparisons, here we have Como of the Isles next to the Jada Toys Fei Long and Chung Li, the Mayfex Iron Man, and the Marvel Legends 20th Anniversary Retro Card Captain America. Here he is next to a NECA TMNT Leonardo and a NECA Dungeons and Dragons, I can't remember his name. But I love how all these look, man. Just like the uniqueness and weirdness of all these characters. And last but not least, here he is next to Bluey and Bingo. And there you have it, a pretty solid release by Harvinger Studios. This is one of their first lines they've released, and I think they knocked it out the park, man. Again, this figure was sent to me by Harvinger Studios to review for free, and I was trying to be as unbiased and truthful as I could be. But this is just a dope ass figure, man. It's nothing more than that. It's a dope figure by a dope company, and I think they killed it. Very, very solid figure overall. I had a lot of fun messing around with it, and yeah, just can't wait to get more into this line. And they hooked me. They really did. They got me. I was really impressed. Again, I said it reminds me a lot of NECA figures. It's just the love and attention to detail put into the sculpt, the accessories, the articulation. It's just dope, man. I love when companies really put their all into their figures, and it shows. It really does show when they put that love and care into all their figures. And yeah, this thing has even has a backstory. Like each character has a backstory. There's a comic that runs alongside these figures that are up for sale. I believe I'm not sure where you can purchase them, but I know they have comics to run alongside these figures that you can purchase. And yeah, first wave is shipping now. I believe they're shipping it out. The last thing that I saw maybe last week is that they were on their way from overseas to their warehouses, so should be expecting them to ship here fairly soon. And I'm not sure when wave 2 and wave 3 are coming out, but I'm gonna have to keep an eye out because I'm definitely gonna be picking up at least some of them. So yeah, again, don't review too many small companies. I've done Plenderlings, and I've done the Death gas station figures by Cold Dog. I can't remember what the name of the company was, but I've done those, and that's about it. But yeah, these things, man, for the price, you get some nice articulation, some nice sculpts, some nice accessories, and just really dope figures. So yeah, biggest complaint about this figure is that gap in the torso. Hopefully they can rework that with their future figures and not be so gappy. And I wish it came with a second head. It's just, you get this neutral head and that's about it. Wish it came with like a yelling head, an angry expression or something. But overall, man, I'm a big fan of this, and I can't wait to see what else they have in store for us here in the near future. So yeah, with that being said, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Follow me on my Instagram. The links to all that is down below, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.